What are five disappointing teams from the 2024 college football season? And at number one, I have Florida State. No team was more disappointing than Florida State this year. Look, I was expecting this team to take a step back, but I couldn't imagine this team being one of the worst Power 4 teams and only winning 2 games. DJU was never a great quarterback, but Florida State made him look terrible, and it was embarrassing. That Florida State defense was supposed to be really good, but they fumbled there too. This was just a surprisingly very bad team. And at number two, I have Utah. It's even more disappointing that this team lost their quarterback in Cam Rising again. This was supposed to be the year he was returning, and this was supposed to be a big year for Utah. But Cam Rising got injured and announced his retirement from football, and this Utah team didn't even make a bowl game. It was a disappointing season from Utah once again, and they took a step backwards this year, which was even more surprising. The third most disappointing team to me was NC State. I was very high on this team. I actually picked them to make the ACC title game. I was really intrigued with some of the transfers they brought in and the fact that they had one of the better receivers in the country in Casey Concepcion returning. But this NC State team fumbled and they did not have a great first half of the season. I will give them some credit because they had a better second half of the season, but they were just not a great football team, and because of that, they only won 6 football games. I was expecting this to be the year that they finally won double digit games, but it was not the year. The fourth most disappointing team in college football this year was Oklahoma State. They only won 3 games and they were one of the worst Power 4 teams. But on top of that, Ollie Gordon did not have a great year. I thought Oklahoma State was going to have a Heisman finalist in Ollie Gordon, but this guy took a step back. He basically got replaced by Ashton Jeanty, and nobody even talks about Ollie Gordon anymore. And the fifth most disappointing team to me is Arizona. A lot of people were expecting this team to take a step back, but nobody expected them to only win 4 games. They had one of the best receivers and one of the best quarterbacks in the country returning, and they had some key pieces on defense returning as well. But this team was just a completely different team from last year. The head coach couldn't figure it out, and this Arizona team did not have a great year.